The Chrysler 300's back. Tougher, sexier and more powerful than ever. This new SRT8 now has 6.4 litres of Hemi V8 muscle, or 392 cubes in the old money. And that's no coincidence. This 1958 Chrysler 300D also has 392 cubes of V8 muscle. And when it was new, it was the most powerful production car in America. You're lovely, and as for the car itself, I really honestly never thought I'd drive one of these. You don't see them very often in Australia. They only made 600 odd of this model in 1958. It was one of the most expensive Chryslers you could buy, and apparently only around 10% of them survived. So that makes 60 something cars worldwide. It's valued at about 170 grand, well that's what it's insured for, which makes it a fairly valuable 1958 vehicle. It's no Mercedes Gullwing, but it's just an incredible American vehicle achievement. This car has a 392 cube V8, which is a 6.4 litre, with twin 4-barrel carburetors and 380 horsepower at 5,200, which is made it the most powerful car in America when it was brand new, and still pretty bloody impressive. And when you drive it, even on these Coca Classic sort of kind of radial-ish tyres that it's got on it, it's actually really solid on the road. The steering's actually quite meaty. There's not too much slack in it. It doesn't loll about. You can move it around and it actually moves. But to drive it around today with all this beautiful vision and these amazing 50s fins that you can see out of both rearview mirrors of the car, it's surprisingly easy to place and to park, and it pulls attention like you wouldn't believe. Jump forward 54 years and on the other side of the car, and we've got the 2012 Chrysler 300 SRT8. It's $7,000 to $10,000 less than the old generation car, but has more, better equipped, higher quality inside. It's got a heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats. I suppose most importantly though, it has a 6.4 litre V8. In terms of the way it drives, it's never going to be a Porsche Panamera. It weighs about the same, but it's a big car. It rides a lot better than the old SRT8 did, even though it's still wearing 20-inch wheels. It's a little bit difficult to see out of. It's a big, square car. It's not like the old 300D where you can see the headlights and the cowlings and see the fins beautifully down the side of the car. This thing, you can barely see anything. Handling-wise, on the road, it's actually really good. And the sport mode is good enough to be able to drive in it all the time. I didn't actually realise until we came out and drove these two that the one thing that does bang on related to the old one is the engine capacity. It's 392 cubes. And I think that the link between the two is that the engine is such a dominant part of both of the cars. And the old car, it actually has a noise. It sort of kind of rumbles from engine underneath the car everywhere. It doesn't stop. It just comes from everywhere. It's just absolutely awesome. That beautiful 1958 model car is just a phenomenal car. It's arguably the best American car of the 1950s. This is arguably easily the best American sedan of the latter part of the early 21st century. And this is it. Proudly American, big, tough, in your face, bluff front, massive V8, all about V8 balls and street presence. That's what the old cars were about, and that's what this car's still about, and proud of it. Love it.